Key reject, sir.
There's a reject there. Go ahead.
Roger, K4HEW, reject. Joe down in Raleigh, North Carolina, roger.
I got, gosh, I'm sorry. One more time on the call sign, please.
Call sign. Kilowatt 4, Hotel Echo Whiskey, roger.
Roger, Joe. Is this Joe?
Yes, it is. And I was just, I was called away on a phone call, but I came back and I had a question I wanted to ask, if I may.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, I've been told that the radio sounds fine. As you noted earlier, the 7300, the Icon 7300, does a terrific job compressing any top end. It loads the top end, and so it does sound a little more bassy. I'm wondering, how do I reduce that if I wanted to? In other words, to get more for de-exiting rather than just Qsoing. Over.
Roger, the secret's all on the bottom end. What's your bottom end EQ right now?
Well, I don't have an EQ, but I do have mic gain. I have compression.
What radio are you running?
7300.
Yes, you do have EQ. Equalization. You have a bottom. You have a two position equalizer, top end and bottom end. Roger.
I'm learning something that I've never done that.
Roger. Do you have your book? Or go to systems.
I don't have it in front of me, but I sounds like I need to.
Menu, systems.
Okay. Menu.
I'm sorry, menu settings. Yeah, we do have someone that is about a KC or 2 KC off, and gosh, why would you do that? It's going to catch a lot of blow-by, but I'm sure I'm giving as good as I'm getting, so here we are.
Yeah, but I just filtered him out. It's not bothering me. Okay, I did go to settings, or system set.
Roger. Now you find EQ, equalization.
Let me thumb up and down here.
I'll tell you a little about the EQ. Once you get the top end squared away, which is the syllabic range, the articulation, then the whole thing falls back into the bottom EQ, and you can with bottom EQ you can set it for QSO, or you can set it for DX and contesting. So have you found your EQ now?
Yes, I did, and it does give me a mid, a wide, and a narrow, treble and bass. All that's adjustable.
All right, so your bandpass is not part of the EQ, actually. I mean, what you want to do is set the radio for a maximum bandpass, 100 to 2900, Roger?
Okay, it is, yeah.
Okay, then you go to EQ, and you want to cut a little bit more, so I would go down to the bottom end. What's your bottom end EQ now?
Which would be bass, right?
Exactly.
It is a +1.
All right, I would take that to a -1. I would take that control to a -1, and let's listen to you.
All right, that's a -1 right there.
All right, tell me about something I don't know for about 20 seconds.
Okay, the transmitter itself is sitting inside of our motorhome RV, and it's transmitting through a vertical antenna, the Eagle 1 vertical antenna, which is in turn mounted on the very top of the ladder on the back of the RV. It collapses down to about 3 feet tall and extends on up in sections up to almost 40 feet. Roger?
Okay, I'm assuming that you're using the supplied condenser hand mic with the 7300?
Absolutely.
Okay, the best solution for that would be to get a little foam windscreen. They make them like about 3 inches long, and you can just slip it over the upper part of your of that 7300 hand mic. Roger?
Roger that. I did hear your description of that a bit ago. I'm trying to speak across the mic rather than into it so I don't get puffs of air, but that windscreen would be helpful.
Yes, you're doing a pretty good job, but it's really hard to not have any disturbances that are not, part of the speech. And when you have other things other than what you're saying in there with your audio, it's like you are QRMing yourself. I mean, what you're saying with your mouth are the words that you want them to hear, but sometimes the microphone is interpreting it with a lot of articulation problems, wind turbulence right at the element itself. So you'll be amazed at what happens with your audio when you just put a windscreen over the top of that hand mic. Roger?
What the hell kind of bullshit is he trying to sell you? What the hell kind of bullshit with a windscreen is he trying to sell you?
Sir, you got a problem. Nobody invited you into the conversation.
Quit talking these lies and talking this bullshit.
Take a walk off a short plank.
I'm out here.
Why don't you go to your nearest Quick Mart and buy yourself a bag of dicks and start eating?
We got him. We got him. All the criminally insane.
Those guys are really brain donors. They don't really realize how easy it is to pinpoint them.
Really. Anyway, so as we were saying there about that hand mic, you got the right mic, particularly in a mobile situation, that is the right mic. You just need to get a $4 windscreen for it.
Gotcha. You know what? I'm going to try that, Jim. I appreciate that. So I'm gonna be anxious to hear myself on the recording after I turned that the bass top. We put the bottom. We put that down to a -1. When would that be available on your website, sir?
Within the next couple of days. I usually don't pinpoint it much more than that because, we do quite a bit of stuff, and I don't want to say it's going to be there and it's not. So it should be there within a couple of days. I have one other thought. You might be working that mic now a little bit too far back. You want to, if you work it too far back, you're going to be losing some audio level, and you're also going to be losing some top-end articulation if you, like I say, if you work that mic too far back.
Well, I understand. Okay. I'm looking at the scope now as I transmit. It does look a little different. It's not quite as red as it was earlier.
Roger. You've got the syllabic range in there, though. You might come up one click more on your top end EQ if you want to check that out.
So top end would be treble, right?
Correct.
But it was at +2. It's now at +3. Much different?
Yes, it's more syllabic, and what I usually say is if you get into situations where you have less than perfect audio levels and signal levels, and you're into the noise, the more articulated your audio, the easier it's going to be for somebody that's copying you in the noise level. The more articulated you are, the easier it's going to be for them to hear what you're saying, even though you do have a lot of noise with you.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I understand. Well, Jim, thank you so much for your help, and I'll be listening in the next couple of days or whenever. I'm retired, so never a rush. Have a great one, sir. K4HEW, clearing with KC9 Victor, Kilo Victor in Indiana. Thanks a lot, Jim.
Roger, Joe 3 that way, sir. Have a good evening, and hopefully we'll see you next Friday if you get a chance. This is KC9VKV, and this is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog program, network, as it will. And we are recording live till 5. Hey, I should have a scriptwriter job for that. Live till 5, and if you've got a radio, you want to check out the audio, give us a shout.